Welcome to Human Historical Stories. Today we will talk about the list of presidents of the United States of America. Let's get started. George Washington, the first president for 7 years and 10 months, from April 30, 1789 to March 4, 1797. John Adams, the second president for 4 years, from March 4, 1797 to March 4, 1801. Thomas Jefferson, the third president for 8 years, from March 4, 1801 to March 4, 1809. James Madison, the fourth president for 8 years, from March 4, 1809 to March 4, 1817. James Monroe, the fifth president for 8 years, from March 4, 1817 to March 4, 1825. John Quincy Adams, the sixth president for 4 years, from March 4, 1825 to March 4, 1829. Andrew Jackson, the seventh president for 8 years, from March 4, 1829 to March 4, 1837. Martin Van Buren, the eighth president for 4 years, from March 4, 1837 to March 4, 1841. William Henry Harrison, the ninth president for 1 month from March 4, 1841 to April 4, 1841. John Tyler, the 10th president for 3 years and 11 months, from April 4, 1841 to March 4, 1845. James Knox Polk, the 11th president for 4 years, from March 4, 1845 to March 4, 1849. Zachary Taylor, the 12th president for 1 year, 4 months and 5 days, from March 4, 1849 to July 9, 1850. Millard Fillmore, the 13th president for 2 years, 7 months and 26 days, from July 9, 1850 to March 4, 1853. Franklin Pierce, the 14th president for 4 years, from March 4, 1853 to March 4, 1857. James Buchanan, the 15th president for 4 years, from March 4, 1857 to March 4, 1861. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president for 4 years 1 month and 11 days, from March 4, 1861 to April 15, 1865. Andrew Johnson, the 17th president for 3 years 10 months and 19 days, from April 15, 1865 to March 4, 1869. Ulysses S. Grant, the 18th president for 8 years, from March 4, 1869 to March 4, 1877. Rutherford B Hayes, the 19th president for 4 years, from March 4, 1877 to March 4, 1881. James Garfield, the president number 20, for 6.5 months, from March 4, 1881 to September 19, 1881. Chester Arthur, the 21st president, for 3 years, 5 months and 15 days, from September 19, 1881, to March 4, 1885. Grover Cleveland, the 22nd president for 4 years, from March 4, 1885 to March 4, 1889. Benjamin Harrison, the 23rd president for 4 years, from March 4, 1889 to March 4, 1893. Grover Cleveland, the 24th president for 4 years, from March 4, 1893 to March 4, 1897. William McKinley, the 25th president for 4 years, 6 months and 10 days, from March 4, 1897 to September 14, 1901. Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th president for 7 years, 5 months and 20 days, from September 14, 1901 to March 4, 1909. William Howard Taft, the 27th president for 4 years, from March 4, 1909 to March 4, 1913. Woodrow Wilson, the 28th president for 8 years, from March 4, 1913 to March 4, 1921. Warren Harding, the 29th president for 2 years, 4 months and 29 days, from March 4, 1921 to August 2, 1923. Calvin Coolidge, the 30th president for 5 years, 7 months and 2 days, from August 2, 1923 to March 4, 1929. Herbert Hoover, the 31st president for 4 years, from March 4, 1929 to March 4, 1933. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd president for 12 years, 1 month and 8 days, from March 4, 1933 to April 12, 1945. Harry Truman, the 33rd president for 7 years, 9 months and 8 days, from April 12, 1945 to January 20, 1953. Dwight David Eisenhower, the 34th president for 8 years, from January 20, 1953 to January 20, 1961. John F. Kennedy, the 35th president for 2 years, 10 months and 2 days, from January 20, 1961 to November 22, 1963. Lyndon B Johnson, the 36th president for 5 years, 1 month and 29 days, from November 22, 1963 to January 20, 1969. Richard Nixon, the 37th president for 5 years, 6 months and 20 days, from January 20, 1969 to August 9, 1974. Gerald Ford, the 38th president for 2 years, 5 months and 11 days, from August 9, 1974 to January 20, 1977. Jimmy Carter, the 39th president for 4 years, from January 20, 1977 to January 20, 1981. Ronald Reagan, the 40th president for 8 years, from January 20, 1981 to January 20, 1989. George H. W. Bush, the 41st president for 4 years, from January 20, 1989 to January 20, 1993. Bill Clinton, the 42nd president for 4 years, from January 20, 1993 to January 20, 2001. George W. Bush, the 43rd president for 8 years, from January 20, 2001 to January 20, 2009. Barack Obama, the 44th president for 8 years, from January 20, 2009 to January 20, 2017. Donald Trump, the 45th president for 4 years, from January 20, 2017 to January 20, 2021. Joe Biden, the 46th president, scheduled to begin January 20, 2021. William H. Harrison, Zachary Taylor, Abraham Lincoln, James A. Garfield, William McKinley, Warren G. Harding, Franklin D. Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, Richard M. Nixon. What happened to those presidents who did not complete their terms? Stay with us, and stay tuned for the next video. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching and you're interesting. And do not forget to subscribe for more videos.